Hi Twin, 2026 is the new 2016 and we did this Catrice on a client and I'm gonna show you how I got to do it. Started off with some micellar water as a toner and then I went in with rose water as well. I'll be listing everything down below. Shaped her brows and went in with a moisturizing primer which also has SPF, so that helps to skip a few steps. Using lash glue to laminate her brows and then set them with powder so that when I go in with my eyebrow pencil everything is all good. Then I did use the Rimmellondon Multitasker concealer as well as my foundation to carve out her brows and brighten her brow bone. Using my second primer, which is the Jelly Grip Primer, to help hold the foundation from underneath. Then using an actual foundation to carve out the top part of her brows, I went a little bit lighter because I like it when the brows actually show that little bit of highlight. After that, it was time for foundation. Using a skin tint on a forehead that actually best matches her forehead shade, I did go in with a lighter foundation underneath her eye area as well as her chin, then topped it with concealer. This is the same concealer that I used to cover out her brows. And then we quickly set all of that with powder. If you guys know the steps, you definitely know. Then I'm going to be using the Dermacolor by Kryolan to bake her face and also set her brows and anywhere around where I feel like she's going to sweat easily. Back at it with the same concealer. I am using it as a base since it's lighter. Then I just dabbed a little bit of translucent powder to help our eyeshadows to sit properly. Here I'm going to be using a Catrice palette, so I used the dark brown shade. It's called Earth, and then I am doing that on both sides. I will write down the name of the palette, and then I went in with an orange called Sundown, which is like a pale orange, and then in between I used heatwave to create that transition between the two shades. Cutting my crease, I think I used the same concealer again. You guys, you need to get your hands on this concealer if you don't already. And yeah, blended it. On the inner corner, I went in with Delight, which is like a shimmery powder eyeshadow. It's so cute, I promise you guys. It's just that you can't see it properly there. And then I blended that with Savannah as well as Stone. Then I went back in with the heatwave shade and just to warm up the eyes. Then I used the Essence liquid ink, which is a very beautiful pigmented eyeliner. It does dry slowly, so you need to be careful if you've never worked on it. I usually use my fan just to dry it down, and girl, she looks absolutely breathtaking. Then I used Golden Hour and a little bit of Spirit, which is the two shimmery shades, just to brighten the top part of her cut crease. And then I dusted off all the excess powders and that's how she looks. So just to finish off the look, I'm just warming up her under eye with some True Tone face powder, contour powders, whatever you guys call them. And then I'm also gonna go a little bit brighter on the forehead because I felt like it was missing that illumination, and also went back into the under eye and went a little shade brighter, which best matches her chest and her wrists. I used a setting spray and now we're just drying it down while I pat all these areas that had a little bit of excess. Use the same lash glue to put on her lashes. She likes a little bit of drama and it went so well with this Catrice. Used the gel liner for a waterline. A lot of things were done a little off camera because we were basically focusing on the eye look. But that's our final look, you guys. Don't forget to like, comment and share. I'll see you next time. Bye, Twinnnn.